But niggas who generous, just like Colin Powell. It's hard being genuine when y'all being feminine. Like they picked up the trace of the bronze they been chilling with. You ain't Scarface, cause you sniff raw through a Benjamin. Scarface, I really got raw.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Los the Ghost. Back once again, and this time I'm gonna bring you my top 10 favorite type of Japanese ladies that I happened to be fortunate enough to meet while I was in Japan. You know, a couple of girls that I dated, seen one time, or married, or girls that I've been in relationships with in Japan. But I found that I like these type of styles of girls or women. So here are my top 10 favorite types of Japanese ladies. Coming in at number 10, I'm kind of ashamed to admit this one, but number 10 is the Despare Okusan, or the desperate housewife type. And these type of women you can usually find at the supermarket, shopping for groceries, out and about, or at your local convenience store, man. Sometimes I would just go to the conveni, and whenever I come across a cute girl or cute woman, she smiles at me, and if she keeps smiling at me, man, that's a good sign that I should go and see what's up with that. But yeah, the Despare Okusan. I'll tell you a funny story. When I was in Kanagawa, I met this nice lady. I remember she was wearing some tight yellow pants, and that just caught my attention real quick. So I went to go talk to her. One thing led to another. She was married, by the way, so it was crazy how I met her during that time, just grocery shopping. And there's a lot of these type of women that you come across with while at the grocery shop or at the mall. If you're by yourself, if you're by yourself, man, it's like the best time to for me, I like to go solo whenever I'm macking. And yeah, man, the desperate housewife, man. So, or even at my a long time ago at my job when I was working as a stalker, there was another coworker there. She always gave me the eyes and looks and shit. And then my man Troy, he looked at me. He was like, "Yo, man, you should go holler at that, because her hubby ain't hitting that, but she be looking at us like she wanted. But a lot of these women are really shy, and so why don't you just go and say hi and see what's up with that, because you never know, man, what doors might open. So that's number 10, Despare Okusan, Desperate Housewife. Number 9 is the Gyaru type. I don't know if Gyaru or Ko Gyaru, Kuro Gyaru are still a thing over there in Japan, but back in the days, like around 2005 through 2011, I was like in love with these type of girls, the Gyaru type girls, especially the Kuro Gyaru, where they have the tan skin and the blonde hair and shit. But the problem with these girls was, when I first initiated contact with them, a lot of them don't know English. They weren't interested in English. And the type of guys that they will go out with would be the same type of dudes that look like them, Gyaru, or that look like, they have the blonde hair, looking like a Super Saiyan. They usually go for those type of guys. And the way I managed to meet this one is, before I met my girlfriend Chica, I met this other girl. I was dating her for a while, and yeah, she was a hostess. That's how I met her at first. She was a hostess. I went to this they call it like a snacks. It's like a girls club, basically. And the girls club is you go there, the girls serve you and shit. And sometimes you see out in the wall, they show their pictures and stuff. They'll be dressed as all fancy and shit. I used to be infatuated with those type of girls. And this girl that I'm showing you the picture of her, you see the one to the left of me, that was like a real Gyaru girl. The one that was that was dating with the New York cat. She wasn't really that much of a gyaru type girl. She was just doing that for a job, because she even had another job where she was like a truck driver. You know, she used to drive around the Sagawa truck, you know, making deliveries and shit. So like, yeah, I remember one time we went out on a date. We went to the beach and her car got stuck and she was so scared. And then I pushed the car out there, and then she was so excited and happy. We went back to my crib. One thing led to another, but the relationship didn't last long because she kind of wanted me to be like her, you know, gaijin friend, you know, someone that she could learn English from easily, basically. And that's how I kind of see, you know, when I think about it back then, that's how she really wanted the relationship out of. She wanted just a free English lessons, and she just wanted me to teach her English. But yeah, man, I used to love those gyaru girls. And then later on I met Chica, and she was like kind of like my real, I wouldn't say like my real girlfriend, because, you know, she was married, and, you know, we were like, but we had a special thing going on, and it was like a turbulent, chaotic relationship. The fuck, man. And but she was really fun to be around, man. She taught me a lot about the delivery health system, you know, about snacks, and it was just a great experience, you know, being with her, because she knew no English, and my Japanese was starting to pick up a little bit, because I had passed like I was taking classes, and I had passed Japanese level 2 on my way to Japanese level 3, where they don't speak no English at all. They just speak straight up Japanese to you. The first Japanese one I learned, it was you know, they teach you hiragana and a little bit of katakana. The second one, they speak a little bit of English to you, and they straight up teach you with katakana and kanji. In Japanese 3, no English, just straight up Japanese. You better be good at that. That was a long ass time ago, when I used to go to the University of Maryland, Asia, in Misawa. But yeah, man, that's number 9 on the list, is gyaru, or kuro gyaru. Number 8 is gonna be the athletic type. You know, girl that's into like sports and shit. You know, she's really fit. She's and that's how that's how wifey was with me when we first started out, man. She was very athletic, you know. We always used to go play basketball. She was captain of her basketball team. She used to beat me at a couple of games. And I went out with another girl that played tennis, and I wasn't really, you know, I never played tennis ever in my life, and, you know, it was a good experience learning tennis. Also, wifey, she, you know, a lot of sporty shit we used to do, like go snowboarding, go to the batting cages, play baseball. Yeah, man, that's number 8 in my list, is the sporty athletic type. All right, number 7, we're gonna have the B girl, and I'm assuming that the B stands for black, you know. So the B girl, the black girl, the Japanese girl that try to emulate the black girl, that's into hip hop. This is the type of girl you're gonna meet at the club, with the hip hop club. And she's gonna be the type that's, I really like these type of girls, because these type of girls, you know, I had you know, brothers that have been with these type of girls, like my man Troy. His wifey, I'm gonna tell her what type she is later on in the list. She was kind of a B girl, but she was more of the, you know, the dance hall queen, Jamaican, you know, the one that likes reggae music and dance hall and all that shit. But these type of girls will hold you down, man. They will hold you down. Like, I remember one time I was with Shorty in the taxi cab, and then, you know, the taxi driver was just like staring at us and shit, man, like, you know, looking at us like mad funny and shit. And then she was like, and she told him what she said. She's like, "Injanai no, you know, it's all good, right? Injanai no." She was like saying like, "It's all good, like, come on, like, why are you staring at us? Like, it's cool that I'm with him, you know, like that. Injanai no." Like, she was getting in his face like that, and then he just like, you know, he was like, "Oh, sumimasen," you know, all apologetic, and just, you know, focus on his shit, man. But there will be some motherfuckers that'll look at you sideways and shit, and then these girls, they'll hold you back. And one time, you know, my man Troy, he told me like his you know, he had an argument with someone, and, you know, his wife held him down and shit, man. So, you know, you have wifey, you know, they really act like, you know, the sisters out here with a little bit of aggression, a little bit of that you know how the sisters are, man. But yeah, that's number 7 on my list is the B girl. I don't really like too much of these girls because sometimes they be acting too much, you know, like the sisters. You know, they'll be, but I think that shit is cute though. You know, they'll have their hair up like, you know, frizzy and shit, or like an afro or whatever. I think that shit is nice. Or, you know, with the tan skin, they make their skins a little bit tan. You know, they like to dance hip hop or whatever. Yeah, man. As long as she doesn't go too overboard, like with the attitude and shit. Like, you know, some girls will do that too. They'll have the attitude. They'll just act just like a sister, bro. Just like a black woman. And that's why they're number 7 on my list. So, yeah. Yeah, number 7 is the B girl. Number 6 is the Inaka type girl, the country simple girl. You know, she's not really, you know, she's just a normal, you know, girl, quiet girl. She's not really too big onto anything. That was like my first wife. You know, my first wife was the Inaka type girl. She wasn't too big into computers or technology or anything. And her job, she just took care of old people. You know, it wasn't really nothing special about her. She was just a regular, you know, country girl from Aomori. And yeah, man, she was just a normal girl, you know. I have really nothing extravagant to say about her. Our relationship was like, I don't know, I guess that's kind of, you know, one reason that it didn't work out. But yeah, man, I do like these type of girls because they know how to cook, they do your laundry, you know, they're really really good girls, you know, not the type that's gonna step out on you, you know. They really, and you know, they really view you, if you're a foreigner, you're dating these type of girls, they view you as like the prize, you know. So, you know, in retrospect, I take that all back, you know. That's why I have love for the Inaka country type girls, you know. Even if they're not that too special, they're really special like in their own sort of way, in that sort of sense, you know. They're really homey like. Yeah, man, so that's number 6 on my list is the Inaka girl, country type girl. And that was like my first wifey, you know. She took care of old people. And yeah, and I love these type of girls, yo. Number 5 is the rocker chick. One time when I was coming home from work, you know, I was taking the Shinkansen. A lovely lady happened to sit right next to me. She was blasting some heavy, like, she was listening to some Durengre. It's like a hardcore Japanese rock band. She would listen to like All That Remains. She just loved rock music, Aerosmith, you know, even the classic rock songs. But she was into heavy metal. She even dressed the part all grungy type with tore up jeans and you know, yeah, she literally looked like the rocker chick. And the funny thing is, this chick was older than me, man. She was like 10 years older than me, but she was like a real rock chick with her hair was like in a crazy way, but she still looked young, and she was hot. She was sitting right next to me, so you know, your boy Los had to say something. You know, I introduced myself, we started talking, she gave me her number, and then we're still friends to this day, y'all. She was like a really fun, you know, she was really fun to be around because these are the type of girls that they'll take you to live shows, they'll take you to like concerts. I actually, you know, she took me to a kabuki play once before. You know, it wasn't like a rock shit, but you know, we had a interesting little thing going on. But yeah, she liked when I play guitar. She could play guitar too, and that's really a fun type of relationship when, you know, when y'all have something in common, like especially playing instruments and shit, and y'all could just sing, and even fun to like go karaoke with, you know. So like that's number 5 on my list is the rocker chick, and she was an OL too, so she was really like, she could really disguise herself. Nobody would never know like she was like a rocker type chick. So, and yeah, man, that's number 5 on my list. Or, you know, I like the manga Nana. You know, I always wanted a girl like that, like Nana, like that type of rocker chick with the, you know, that style, you know. So, or, you know, that emo look. Those type of girls are hot, yo. So that's number 5 on my list is the rocker type chick.